Hi, welcome to the first podcast of Conversations on Couch. This is my first podcast, and I'm just gonna try and see how it goes. So, in this episode, you can expect to know a little more about me and what the podcast is gonna be about, and maybe a general overview of why I want to start this or why I'm starting this, and what you can expect as a listener or as a person who's watching the podcast. So, yes, we are gonna do that, and I'm really excited. And I'm really nervous if you cannot tell, but it's okay. It's okay. It's a good start. We got this. So, first of all, thank you so much if you decided to click on this and you started to watch it. I'm just gonna take a moment to introduce myself to you, and I'm Shruti Jain. I am 22 years old and I live in New Delhi. I have done my bachelor's in applied psychology honors, and I plan to pursue my master's in counseling and psychotherapy, so I'm really thrilled about that. And currently, I am just taking this year gap to figure things out and to see how things move ahead if I don't have anything to study, or maybe don't have any particular goal to look forward to. Besides that, I love dogs. I have two dogs, and I love them deeply. They are like my favorite creatures on this planet, and I really like different type of musics. I really like different type of art. Like, I'm very fascinated about museums in general. So this is one thing that I think you should know about me. And what else? Let me think. Oh, I also like K-pop. I'm a huge K-pop and K-drama fan. I love it so much, and it just makes me really happy. And I'm really glad to have that comfort in my life. So yes. Baki, I cannot think of anything else. But if there's anything that you would want to know, or maybe you would want me to talk about, you can maybe share your thoughts, and we'll see that in the next podcast. Okay, so for now, what inspired me to create this podcast? So I always wanted to do something like this. I just knew that I want to, but I always lacked the courage to start it because I was really nervous. Yeah. So what happened was that I make vision plan for, like, I make a yearly vision board kind of a thing for me, and every year I work really hard for that, and I do achieve things in my life because of that. So in this year, like 2024, I had podcast as my one of the visions, and I don't know, things like life happened. Many things changed, and I just stopped working towards many of my goals. And I just realized uh, one day during my course, I was doing an expressive arts therapy course, and it was a long 2 months extensive training. But I loved every bit of it. And one day in the class, I realized that I can still work towards that. Like, even though आधा साल खत्म हो गया है, but it's okay. I still have 6 months, so I just decided that I wanna do that. I cannot afford to delay it anymore, and I talked to my boyfriend about it. I talked to one of my close friends about it, and I shared कि ऐसा ऐसा है, and I made this vision board, but मैंने कुछ नहीं करा, तो what should I do? मैं अभी start करूँ ना करूँ? They both hyped me up so much, and I am here because of them. So yay, Arushi and Aniket, shout out to them. Okay, so the actual inspiration is no inspiration. I just wanted to do it. I'm just doing it for fun. I love doing it for fun, and I have actually an interesting story behind the name. So I initially wanted to keep it very open ended. So I thought of anything and everything, which is like very similar to uh, Everything Goes podcast. So again, I had the conversation with my friend, and I thought it's just not giving. It doesn't feel unique and original. So I kept on thinking and kept on thinking, because I am a psychology student, and I want to continue working in the psychology field, but I didn't want something to be only psychology related. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to keep it open ended. So what I did, no, मैंने बहुत सोचा तो मुझे लगा कि maybe I can have couch in the name, because it will be so cool, and it is. I'm on the couch and I'm having conversation, which is conversations on couch with Shruti, and I'm just having a conversation. And also, couch for me also represents a lot of things. So for me, जैसे मुझे पता है I want to be a therapist in future, like 2 years down the line I see myself as a therapist, and couch is something that is just gonna be there in my life. And it just, I don't know, it just makes a lot of sense, I think. So yes, ऐसे बहुत hardcore कोई inspiration नहीं है, but this is the overview of the inspiration. What topics and okay, so I've written down some questions that I would want to address and maybe talk about, because I'm very new to this, I don't know how to do that. It's okay, we got this. Okay, so what topics and themes can listeners expect in future episodes? Honestly, anything. Literally anything. I am a very versatile person, and the people that I have in my life are also very versatile. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have conversations on different topics, maybe random topics, maybe educational topics, maybe future paths, maybe fun experiences, anything. And maybe in a while I'm gonna invite few of my friends, maybe like people who are just really close to me, and I'm gonna have conversation with them as well. So you can expect literally the randomest thing that we are going to talk about. But if there's anything that you would want us to, or me to talk about, or maybe have it in mind, so I can obviously do that. Also you must be thinking कि हम इसकी बातें क्यों सुने, या हम क्यों इसको बताएं कि हमें ये जानना है या वो जानना है करके. I get it, it's okay. So my aim of creating this podcast is because whenever me and my friends talk about things, we are okay, so one thing about me is I cherish my friendships. I am all in for my friendships, and I'm really really grateful for all the friendships that I have, because I doubt कि इस time में इतना अच्छी friendships मिलना possible है. But I have them, and I'm really grateful. So whenever we talk about things, and randomly हमने realize करा है कि बात करते करते हम बहुत डीप बातें करते हैं, एंड कोई भी अगर हमारी बातें सुनेगा तो उसे लगेगा कि वाओ ये कैसी बातें कर रहे हैं, बट एट द सेम टाइम हम एक दूसरे से रिलेट भी कर पा रहे होते हैं. तो माई पॉइंट ऑफ हैविंग दिस पॉडकास्ट इज बिकॉज इफ अगर मैं और मेरे फ्रेंड्स ऐसे हैं जो हम बात कर रहे हैं और हमें लग रहा है कि वाओ दिस इज सो रिलेटेबल, देयर माइट बी मोर पीपल जिनको सेम टॉपिक्स पे या मे बी उनके ओपिनियंस पे या मे बी किसी और चीज़ से अगर वो सेम नहीं भी है तो उन्हें लग रहा है कि हाँ इट डज मेक सेंस, यू नो व्हाट आई मीन. So my main aim of having this is because if you are listening to this and maybe you could able to relate to us or me talking about it, or maybe you are able to understand what I'm trying to say, or maybe my perspectives open a little door for new perspectives in your life. So I am really, I think I made it to that point. Then that is my achieving goal of this whole particular of this whole podcast. Now, how do you plan to engage with your audience? Okay, so what I have thought of, to do in terms of engaging, I will plan for example, if we have a theme. For today's theme, there is no theme. I'm just introducing myself and I'm just letting you know what you can expect from me if you're watching me or listening to me. So, uh, I plan to maybe have prompts and questions with me on particular themes and topics that I will talk about or maybe share my opinions on, and maybe you can share your opinions in the comment section below, and we'll have a chat in the comment section. And if you want to maybe connect on Instagram, we have an Instagram account named conversations.on.couch. Yeah, conversations on couch. So yes. Okay, so maybe next question we can take is what makes conversations on couch unique compared to other podcasts? Honestly, nothing. Or maybe everything, because I feel everything is just unique in its own way. And the podcast or maybe the thing that I am doing, even if people are doing the same concepts, everything's gonna be different. Our opinions are gonna be different. We are gonna talk about different things. Maybe if you're even talking about similar things, the way we are addressing it, the way we are talking about it, maybe obviously it will be different, because we are like different human beings, and there are different ways of how we want to talk to people, maybe share our opinions and ask them to share their opinion. So I think, yeah, everything is the correct answer. Everything would be different from other podcast, and we are just gonna talk about life. We are just gonna talk about my life. I'm just gonna share my experiences with you. I'm just gonna share my journey in general with you. It can be educational. For example, I will start my master's soon, so I can share my process of getting into masters and maybe my life as a master student. And I'm also working after my bachelor's, so I can maybe share how I'm working, maybe part-time, full-time, or maybe how you can work as a student, or how these things go. So yes, also I'm really sorry about that, but I didn't want to delay it any longer, and I just have a really bad cold, so that is why I think I sound like that, but it's okay. Also, one thing about me, if I get cold, I just get cold. मतलब वो ठीक ही नहीं होगा बहुत जल्दी, but it's okay. Okay, next question is, how do you plan to structure each episode? Interesting. Honestly, I don't know. See, for today, I didn't plan it like I had it in my mind that I'm gonna, share what people can expect, who I am, and why would you be interested in watching me. But I didn't actually plan because I feel if I plan or maybe structure the episodes or podcast, it will be very scripted, and script is not something that I'm going forward with. So I'm just gonna have a theme. I'm just gonna have a topic for the day. I'm just gonna have some prompts or maybe questions that I can keep in mind, so that I have something to keep me engaged in the conversations. And maybe in between we can do fun ऐसे this or that वाली चीज़ें, because I feel उससे भी काफ़ी conversations के लिए doors open होते हैं. So yeah, that is one thing. And बाकी, if you have any suggestions or you think is there any way that हम engage कर सकते हैं, I can keep you interested in the this thing, so you can let me know. Okay, next is, can listeners expect guest appearances or collaborations? Yes, but I'm a nobody, and I have like zero interest in having influencers with me, because it just doesn't make sense at this point, because again, I'm a nobody. But yes, you can expect guest appearances, and those people will be my friends, people who are really close to me. And yes, we are just gonna have a chit chat session, and we're gonna talk about a lot of things. We're gonna have fun, we're gonna share opinions, and we're just gonna have a good time. Yeah. So I think this sums it up pretty well, and it was good. It was quick, I think, but it's okay. It's only the first episode, and I hope that you stick around to maybe more episodes, and I just keep you entertained. I just keep you happy, and I hope you have a good day. And I'm gonna see you in the next podcast. Bye.